Hello everyone. Welcome back to our IES General Economics Paper 3 2026 preparation series. And before we begin today's answer, let us understand why this topic is important. The Indian Economic Service examination is one of the India's most prestigious examinations for the economists. And paper 3 focuses not only on the economic theories but also on the policy issues, industrial development, innovation technology, inclusive growth, and the contemporary economic challenges. And in the descriptive questions, the examiner does not expect you to merely list the points. Instead, they expect a well-structured answer with economic reasoning, current relevance, and the balanced analysis. And today's question is an excellent example of that. So let's read the question, then we will discuss it. So the question is, what are the challenges faced by the industry in spending on research and development and innovation in a developing country like India? Okay, so the first thing is basically whether a student understands the concepts or not is the main thing. Okay, so we can begin like this, like research and development refers to a systematic process of creating new knowledge, developing new products, improving the production process, and introducing innovative technologies. And investment in R&D enhances the productivity, competitiveness, you can say, employment, and the long-term economic growth. And industries in the developing countries like India face the several structure and industrial barriers that discourage the large-scale investment in R&D. So instead of directly writing the challenges, always write one or two introductory lines explaining why R&D is important. And this immediately gives your answer a professional flow and creates a positive impression on the examiner. Okay. So first we will discuss the challenges one by one. So what are the challenges? First point will be high cost of research. Look, research and innovation require substantial investment in the laboratories, technology, skilled manpower, testing, and the product development. And many Indian firms, especially micro, small, and medium enterprises, that is the MSMEs, and lack the financial capacity to bear this cost. And therefore, the industries often prefer the short-term production over the long-term research. Okay. Second point will be long gestation period. R&D projects generally take several years before producing the commercial returns, and industries operating under the financial pressure prefer the investments that guarantee immediate profits rather than the uncertain future benefits, and this discourages the long-term innovation. Okay. Third point, high risk and uncertainty. Research does not always guarantee success, right? A company may spend crores of rupees without producing a commercially successful product. And this uncertainty makes many firms reluctant to invest in the innovation. Fourth point, limited access to finance. In the developing economics, venture capital, innovation funds, and the risk financing are often limited. And banks generally prefer lending against the physical assets rather than financing the uncertain research projects. And as a result, innovative firms struggle to obtain the adequate funding. So, this is a classic example of the market failure. Okay, private firms underinvest in R&D because they bear the full cost, while society enjoys many of the benefits through the knowledge spillovers. Okay, so therefore government intervention becomes economically justified. Fifth point, that will be weak industry academia collaboration. Universities generate the valuable research while industries process the practical knowledge and the market experience. And however, the collaboration between the academic institutions and the industries remain limited in India. And consequently, many research findings never reach the commercial application. Okay. Now come to the sixth point, that will be shortage of skilled human resources. Although India produces a large number of the graduates, industries often face the shortages of the highly trained researchers, scientists, and the innovation specialists. And this limits the country's capacity for the advanced technological research. Seventh point, that will be intellectual property challenges. Look, many firms hesitate to invest in the innovation due to the concerns regarding the patent protection, intellectual property enforcement, and the limitation of the competitors. Okay, so weak commercialization of the patents further discourages the investment. Eighth point will be inadequate research infrastructure. High quality laboratories, testing centers, and advanced equipment and the modern research facilities are still insufficient in the many regions. And without proper infrastructure, industries find it difficult to undertake the world class research. Okay. Ninth point would be like regulatory and administrative bottlenecks. Complex approval produces the compliance burdens and the policy uncertainty, increase the cost of the innovation, and businesses often spend a considerable time on the regulatory requirements instead of focusing in the research. Tenth point will be raw private sector R&D expenditure. So in India, a significant share of the R&D expenditure comes from the government, whereas the private sector participation remains comparatively lower than many developed economies. Okay, so this limits the overall innovation of the ecosystem. Okay, so I hope all the points are now clear to you. So see you in the next session with a new question. Bye bye.